Entering ENC's Pod of Awesomeness.
Do you got another burp you want to
let's do it.
unload?
No.
There?
Are we start?
We just did. Yeah, and,
On my burp.
I mean,
That's really not cool.
well then don't
I didn't know we were starting.
burp into the headset.
Well, I was
then.
trying to get it out now because would you want to have an upset stomach while I'm sitting here?
I don't care
Is
if
that
you do.
fair to me?
I don't care if you do.
Whatever.
Is it fair to Flair?
Oh, yes.
Oh, are you good?
Ah.
I see what he wants to talk about.
Yeah. My favorite thing in the longest time. I love Woken Matt Hardy.
You love
This was-
Woken.
I love it. It was amazing.
Pretty ingenious to
Yeah.
say, okay, can't do broken. What do you do?
Yeah, you do Woken.
Woken. He's woken from the
Well, 'cause he was already
the Isles
broken.
of Ecstasy.
Well, he was
and
already broken.
The halls of Nostradamus and
Yeah.
Aristotle,
Yeah.
and he's woken from that now.
He's driven race cars with Gilles Villeneuve.
Did he say that?
No, I just made that up.
It's like that would have been awesome. Gilles, wasn't it Jacques Villeneuve?
No, I think Jacques.
His son was Gilles, right?
No, I think Jacques was the son.
Can we cough?
Yeah.
What else has he done, do you think?
He's probably done it all.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think he got rocket strapped with Neil Armstrong?
He might have.
Landed on the moon while JFK watched?
Can you imagine that hair in the astronaut helmet?
As a matter of fact, I kind of
That'd be
can.
amazing. If we could just have 3 hours of him doing promos, would be like the best thing ever.
Even just the laugh.
Yeah.
It was just the laugh. And I like that they ended the promo. It was Bray laughing, Matt laughing, back and forth, and it was like an Austin Powers movie.
Yeah, it was everything it was supposed to be, right? Like, I mean, it's just I think that we've talked about it before. The way that he's committed to this, and the way that he's sculpted and created this character, and has brought it to life, it's pretty much fucking genius, right? Like, to come up with something like that.
Well, and you think back to when they initially did the match on TNA.
Right.
What was that called?
The
They did it
Total Deletion.
total delete, right?
Yeah.
So think back to that, and everybody's like, "What the hell was that?" And didn't get it,
Yeah.
and it just took them.
It's like a good cult classic movie, right?
It takes
Yeah.
a little while to
time
ferment
before you get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah, you gotta let it marinate a little bit.
Yeah.
You gotta put it down in the sauce in the
Yeah.
bowl, and you just gotta let the meat soak in the juices,
Yeah.
Bird. That's what a
Yeah.
good cook does.
Yeah.
Matt was cooking up something.
But the fact that he's gotten to do it now on this stage,
Yeah.
I mean, tells you what, like, you know, that from where he took it to, and even like the crowd chant when he came back as the Hardys, and he's a completely different dynamic than when he was the Hardy Boys. It's something completely on the other end of the spectrum, and then it's hard when him and Jeff went singles at any point in their career, and we went through it a little bit, but we somehow managed to get away from it. It always was there, the Edge and Christian, the comparisons are always going to be there, but it's hard to picture those guys apart, and for whatever reason, Jeff had a seemingly an easier time as far as the singles connection than Matt did, but
Jeff's got that thing.
Yeah.
The thing
you
that
just can't
you
teach.
just got.
Yeah, and it's that, and very few people have that. But this is the thing that's kind of that Matt has been waiting for to be his thing, to be, you know, seen in that just completely different, separate entity from the Hardy Boys and elevate himself.
Well,
and it's cool. It's cool to see.
Matt's thing has always been his brain and the
Right.
things that he, thinks of, and the fact that he was a lifelong wrestling fan and all of those things, and Jeff was too. But Jeff is just one of those intangible guys that we've talked about. You're not going to be able to figure it out. You're not going to be able to put your finger on it because it just is.
Yeah.
And Matt just has a different way of finding out what his thing is.
Yeah.
And I think the V1 character kind of brushed the surface of what this is.
Yeah.
And this is man, I got to tell you, when I first saw like that total, I was like, what is happening right now? But I dug it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to think that I was getting it. I was like, oh, they're just going so far over the top here.
Yeah.
And they're in on their own joke.
Well,
and no one else gets it yet.
Yeah, and
but now they all do.
And here's the beauty of a character like that. You can literally do anything and get away with it.
Wide open.
Because you're crazy. And as long as you believe in what it is you're saying, no matter how out there it is, no matter how insane it sounds, no matter how corny it sounds, you can make it work because it just works. It's just, that's the beauty of this type of character. And if you can get it to that level where no matter what you do, it's going to work, then you've made it.
Birdman. What other crazy characters? Now that we're talking crazy characters, what other crazy characters over the years can you think of?
Well, I think recent memory is the Bray Wyatt character, which is obviously what he's doing here with the. But I mean, I think we talked about
Bray's, different beast, though. You know, I mean, yes, but it's really, I guess so.
And I think we've talked about it too, like the Undertaker, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, it's kind of a.
It's kind of a crazy gimmick,
right?
Yeah,
it could if it, and we talked about too.
It should not have worked.
No, and if it was anybody other than who did it, it probably wouldn't have worked.
Yeah,
you know, what I mean?
It would have worked for like a 3-year window,
right?
You know, when it was the no selling and kind of bags under the eyes, white pancake makeup.
What?
Pancake.
Man, crazy gimmicks that worked.
Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah.
Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
The Berserker.
Yeah. The Berserker.
John Nord.
Yeah.
With the atomic drop over the top rope.
Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah. So there you go.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tweet us some more. We know you will. And then you'll complain about ones that we didn't mention.
Because we're spitballing here. We don't have any notes written down.
We got nothing. We never do.
No.
So, speaking of never having really a plan, this is the only thing that I wanted to mention is Matt McKnight, the McNutter, McNut45, supplied me with the artwork that is now my Twitter profile picture.
Oh, cool.
Did you want to see it?
Oh, sure.
You're in there.
Oh, okay.
You're in there. You're up there in the corner.
That's pretty funny.
A little blue bird flying.
Follow me, you fucking Mark. Get one on your boat.
Yeah. So I'm now using that. So thank you, McNutter. McNut45. Plus, it's just kind of fun to say McNut.
Yeah. It's always a good time.
This week, my get.
Yeah. Bayley.
My get. We haven't been keeping track of the my
we
gets
haven't,
thing.
But I think people know that I'm in the lead.
Dolph, my get. Dolph, my get.
Yeah.
Bayley, my get. Michael Elgin, my get. Who we've had like Nick Kizarny, my get.
Well, I mean that's.
Yeah, I mean it's technically both ours, but you didn't do any of the legwork. I did it.
Well, it's an upper body business.
Tell that to Scott Armstrong. What? I used to say that to him, like quad strong.
Yeah,
that's a bad joke. Anyway, are you going to see what our prior guests are to compare our guests?
No, I'm not going to look. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not going to do this right now. It's not the right time or place. We're trying to talk to the hosers right now.
Brian Gewirtz, his own get. He got himself.
Yeah, he wanted
was
a rocket
like,
strap himself.
Yeah, I gotta get rocket strap.
Oh, let me tell you something, Edge. You know what? I might be behind right now in the war of the Gets, but you know what? It isn't over. You may have won the battle, but you haven't won the war. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Hey, Adam. I'm up here visiting you in Asheville, and it's kind of cold up there, and I live in Florida now, So I wore my downfilled. I wore like my downfilled jacket, and it's really cool and fashionable. So I'm just going to wear it inside because I think it looks really good. I like the cut. Don't you?
Oh, don't try to change the subject, Edge. You're not going to get off that easy.
I'm wearing it too.
I got my number one protege, Paul Smackage, the master of the small package, ready to take you out with one of those wacky roll-ups, brother. You look out. You look out.
I'm wearing my toque, and I look like Relic from the Beachcomber. You Canadians know what that means, So just look it up.
Yeah. So if anybody's left listening,
hey, Dustin, my get. Sami Zayn, your get. Kevin Owens, my get. I'm way John
Randy
Cena,
Orton,
my get.
But the quality of gets sometimes will outweigh the total number.
But still,
you know,
I don't think so.
Hobo Hank, my get.
Mega Matt got Hobo Hank.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
and Tommy. Is Tommy a get?
Tommy's Tommy.
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 What else do you want to talk about from the week that was? Birdman.
I don't know. What else? Matt, was there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I'll tell you what. I was up in Canada this week.
How was it?
So go back to Orangeville, Oakville, right?
Our town where we grew up.
Yeah, and it's nice to go into a Starbucks,
Yeah.
and I ran into Brian Mackey.
Wow.
Now, 99.9% of you listening to this probably don't know who Brian Mackey is. He's a buddy of ours from school. He was, an amazing boxer and still is, and he trains. I think
Fighters,
he coaches now, but it's just so cool to go back to your hometown and run into people, and it feels like your hometown.
Yeah.
I just ran into so many friendly faces that I haven't seen in some instances in 25 years.
Yeah.
But immediately know their name.
Right.
Immediately go, whoa, like, I know you. We grew up together.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, obviously we both don't get to go back as much as we would like to. But yeah, man, I mean, that's a cool thing about growing up. Like, we had kind of in a small town on the outskirts of Toronto that you get to, everybody knew everybody in town, right? So, that's cool. Yeah.
We also...
Anybody ask about me or no?
No, nobody at all.
Oh, fuck.
Nobody. They said, "How's that other guy?" No, actually, no. They're like, "Hey, where's Jay?" Because automatically, you got to be there too.
Yeah, we travel together.
Yeah,
yeah.
I got together with the one man posse vac.
Oh, did you see him?
Yeah,
oh, man.
Yeah, John. We went to Angel's Diner.
Nice.
Yeah,
he likes himself a good breakfast.
He loves his Angel's Diner, but it was great to catch up. He was again. We've talked about him on this podcast before. In our little wrestling, our French Wrestling Federation, Teenage Wrestling, whatever the hell we called it, TWF, John Possevac was the one-man posse vac.
Yeah. That was his handle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
So it was fun. It was good to go back. And
cool.
And I got a taste of snow. It was snowing a little bit. It was nice. It felt very Christmassy.
Christmas time, man.
Yeah.
You know what I got you for Christmas?
What?
I got you ENC Pod t-shirt.
Oh. Yeah? Yeah. How much did I have to pay for that? Yeah.
One for 25 or two for 50.
So what you're saying and what you're trying to do is plug the fact that we have t-shirts out.
I'm pretty
for the pod
excited
now.
about it.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
You're so excited that you're not wearing one.
Well,
Because for one of the very few times, maybe the first time, I can't remember, we're in the same room doing this because you came up. Oh, I came up to visit you. I had him in my down-filled, my goose down jacket with a nice cut. So we're in the same room, and I'm wearing a Rocket Strappers t-shirt because I just thought, well, if we're gonna strap
it on.
We gotta strap.
Yeah.
We had an email this week.
Okay.
We had a few emails.
Yeah.
I have not read this yet, so I don't know what I'm getting us into.
All right.
But hi, my name is Caitlin. I'm in college. I loved wrestling growing up, but grew out of it. Your podcast has sparked my interest again, and I love when you talk about things I remember. For a final of mine, I'm doing a feminist analysis on the Women's Divas division during the Attitude Era, and more specifically, the sexism of the bra and panties match. Could you comment or email back on it? It would be really cool to have a source from a professional. Thanks so much for resparking my interest in wrestling. I had no idea that was about that, and look who our guest is this week.
I know, crazy, right? And we kind of cover a lot of this stuff.
We do. We do.
How
much it has changed, and for the better, and Bayley being a huge pillar of that, and that it was a slow process.
Yeah,
it was a slow build, and it took a lot of other areas, and we've talked about this before. It took like the Serena Williams, and it took the Ronda Rouseys, and these women who really started to make differences and move the needle with ratings, because let's face it, any company, that's what they're going to pay attention to.
It's gone from the thought process of sex sells to talent sells. You know?
And just understanding,
just giving them giving women the equal platform to go out and showcase that they have just as much talent and can do the same things if given the opportunity, and they've done that.
It's the world is changing, you know, and for the better. You know, whether it's the Me Too movement and all of the things happening there that need to change and are changing now because of that. Also, there's, as Caitlin has pointed out, There's not going to be a bra and panties match now.
Nope.
And that's good, because I remember back then going, this is making me cringe.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how they feel having to go out and do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to watch that.
But all the while fighting to be taken seriously because they wanted to see beyond that. Like, we can get to this.
They're seeing the bigger picture. Right. And there's so many women from that era that maybe don't get the props they deserve because they were in matches like that. Right. But because they were doing those matches and because they were trying to move the needle forward, it is where it is now.
Right.
But yeah, it was a different time, definitely. And that was in all facets, and that was in all walks of life, and that was in all forms of entertainment, and it's changing. And I think in this last 5 years specifically, how much has changed.
And you know what? For both of us, we both have daughters.
Yeah.
And that is an important thing, and it makes me proud. And lets me know that when I look at my daughter, know that anything she wants to do, she can do. There's no limitations. There's no boundaries. She can do whatever she wants to do.
Yeah.
And when you see things like this happen, it gives you, it really makes you feel good for your daughter's future.
Yeah. And I don't want to get into politics because I wasn't a fan of Trump or of Hillary, but I was happy that there was a woman who was actually running for president, because now that is a distinct possibility. That is going to happen eventually. And I love the fact that I can tell my girls, hey,
you can be president.
One day you could.
Yep.
It's going to be a doable thing.
Yep.
Anyway, I hope that answers your question, Caitlin. It was very amazing timing. I had no idea that was anything to do with, somehow tying our guest. Right. See how it's serendipity.
Man, we're like the serendipitous rocket strappers.
We just, we pull things. We're like gravitational pull.
Yeah, we're at one with the universe.
Yeah.
It's but with, I think, going off that email, I feel like we should probably get
now.
To
It's time.
I think it's time.
Is what you're saying.
I think it's time.
All right, Bert.
Let's do it. Yeah. Here's Bayley. Hey, how are you?
Hey, what's up? Hi, Jay.
Nothing. What's going on? How are you?
Nothing. I'm doing good. I'm in a really good mood because it's snowing in Austin, and I'm so freaking excited. Yeah.
Well, this interview just kicked off, right?
Huh.
Wait, okay. So first of all, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because Bayley lives in Austin, Texas, and Austin, Texas, I live in Asheville, North Carolina, which is the equivalent of what Austin is to Texas, Asheville is to North Carolina, and it's snowing there.
Yeah. It's the coolest thing. I don't know. My sister just texted me because she lives pretty close to me. And she's like, dude, it's freaking snowing. So, I grabbed my dog and I ran outside in the parking lot. And it's really, it was snowing earlier when I was at the gym. People were talking about it. I was like, no, it's not. It's like light hail. And now it's, really snowing. It's all over the cars and stuff. It's pretty amazing.
Is it, the first snowfall ever in Austin? Because, sometimes when that happens, the city will just shut down, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't lived here very long, so it's kind of scary because it's not supposed to snow here, right? But it's really cool. I'm just going to soak it all in.
Bigger picture might not be a good thing, but it's kind of cool for Christmas time.
Yeah, definitely.
So, so you grew up in San Jose. You're Northern California. So obviously you've encountered snow on the road, but you're not really used to the whole snow thing, are you?
No, I've been to snow, I've been around snow in Tahoe and Reno when I was younger, growing up and stuff. That was the places we went to around where I was from to get snow. Okay. But traveling wise, I've been around a little bit. I think in parts of Canada, and then
shout out, yo.
I forgot. Yeah, I just said that to make you guys happy. And I forgot where we were. It may have been in Canada, but it may have been somewhere else. But we've ran into the black snow or whatever it's called,
black ice.
Black ice. And stuff. Black ice, yeah. So that's been kind of scary.
Don't hit the
but
brakes.
Nothing too intense.
Oh, that's crazy. How'd you end up in Austin? How'd you pick that spot? It's a great city.
Yeah, it's really cool. But my fiance is also a wrestler on the Independents, and he was kind of just tired of the Orlando scene because we've been there for 4 years. and he had a friend out here that he wanted to start teaming with. So he just decided like, well, I'm going to go move over there. And I think I was going to be being called up pretty soon, so I would be able to move away from Orlando, and this was like where he wanted to go. So we came here together, and I'm happy it's somewhere like cool like Austin and not just some little random town that there's nothing to do, because we don't know anybody here besides like his few wrestling friends. So there's a lot to do out here, and there's an awesome gym, so I'm loving it.
Yeah, you don't want it to be like Waco, Texas, or something. And
Nothing wrong with Waco. Yeah, we love Waco, Texas.
We love you, Waco.
I watch Fixer Upper all the time. I'm just going to put that out there. Waco, I love you.
And Waco gets a bad rap because of the cult dude. Okay, so let me pick something else. Lake Charles, Louisiana. Not that there's anything wrong with you, Lake Charles.
Lake Charles. We love you.
We love you too. I wrestled Umaga there once in the Coliseum.
What we were saying is you need a place with a good airport because you travel so much that you can get in and out.
And Austin's a badass, cool, freaky, weird town.
Yeah.
So
it is.
I like it. Good choice.
Yeah.
Now,
it's also
here's my
great.
question.
It's a great airport.
Right.
And there you go. And do you ever wear your tassels around? Because I don't think anyone bat an eyelash in Austin.
Well, I may have a few times. We've gone out on 6th Street. It gets a lot of attention. It's pretty cool. I get free drinks. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could start from the beginning. What I really want to kind of dive into is I know there's more before and there's obviously more after, but the match with you and Sasha, and I'm sure you get asked about that a lot, but it's one of those deals that I think that's going to be a match and a moment in this whole revolution and the evolution of women's wrestling. But I always say we hate saying like women's wrestling. It should just be wrestling, or like when they say Iron Man match and you guys are, I'm like, why is it an Iron Man match? There's two women wrestling. Anyway, so, but that match, I think you're going to go back and 10 years from now, you're going to have girls coming up to you saying that was the match that turned them on to wanting to do this. It's one of those kind of touchstones, I think, that you guys, put together for that. What was the process like? How long did you guys have to put that thing together?
Well, thank you for saying that. It means a lot, because that's definitely like a milestone in both of our careers, and one that like people do ask us about it a lot, and I don't ever get tired of it. And for some reason, it still gets me emotional. Like I can remember every single detail about it and every second leading up to it, and just every emotion that went into it. Still, like that's my greatest memory. But I think like we really didn't have much time, to be honest, because she had just got into the main roster. So we weren't really seeing each other much. And I was kind of just like working still at the PC and doing like the NXT shows. And she was on tour. Like I believe they were on tour right before this match, because it was the match was in August, and WWE goes to Europe in November. So like she was gone, and it's kind of hard to communicate and stuff. But it really was. I think we may have talked over it once at the PC, and then the day of, like, we didn't see each other until the day of, because she had also had a SummerSlam match the next night. So she was preparing for all that. She had appearances leading up to it. I had appearances leading up to it. And we didn't really talk until like the night of. But we both had our own ideas, and we both like went over stuff the one time we did get to meet. But like, I don't know. And it's because we worked together so many times before. It's not like we were nervous that we weren't gonna, I mean, we already knew each other so well, so it wasn't like nerve-wracking like that. It was just a big moment, and we both knew how important the night was, like, to Triple H and to NXT. And for us, this match, we wanted it to just, be as big as it can be. Especially, it was supposed to be her last NXT match, so I wanted to make sure she went out and felt proud about it. So I put pressure on myself too I wanted her to be happy going out, and obviously it wasn't her last match, but yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those nights like we knew we had to nail it.
Yeah, I think too how like you said, you didn't go over it for a month in advance or anything like that. You sometimes that actually works out better because then you don't. There's a real risk of overthinking sometimes and overanalyzing, and then if you put that much thought into it, if it consumes you that much, sometimes it's hard to live up to what you had in your head or those sorts of things. So I think that in most cases, especially when you have a familiarity, you know what I'm saying. When you know someone pretty well and you've been in the ring with them, you can, it makes it easier to just go out there and do it that way. But also, I think what also adds to a match like that and makes it even feel bigger and better is the story. And if you can get a good story and people are invested in it and emotionally attached to the story, it makes the match that much better, and especially when the match is great.
Yeah, and growing up, I was always a fan of the video package that WWE put together. Like, every video package would make me, like, cry or, like, tear up. It didn't matter who it was or what it was about. Like, I would just, like, man, how did they do this? It's so awesome. So the video package that they played for us before the match, I think if somebody didn't even know who I was, if that was their first time watching wrestling, and sometimes we do get, like you said earlier, like there's going to be girls down the road that say, like, that's the match that turned me to wrestling, because we do get guys that come to us and like, yeah, my girlfriend doesn't like wrestling, but she was just there when I was watching on the couch, and, she fell in love with it because of that match. And, like, I think the way they put the video package told our stories so well that it was so easy to follow along in the match.
I think too, just like you said, the time is being allotted now to video packages. The time is being allotted to matches. Like the women now are being able to show what they can do, and I think they've finally woken up to the fact that, hey, wait a minute, there's a whole other demographic here that doesn't just want to see the guys, that if they are watching with their boyfriends may actually go, wow, let's check this out. They're kick ass. And that match is a perfect example of that. Now everybody knows the story. It's that, lifelong fan. You'd come and see people at autograph sessions. You did the same thing that Jay and I did growing up. You just always wanted to do this. And I think when people know that story, it's easy to understand because there's so many of our audience that are fans. But as a woman watching with her boyfriend, I think she could watch that and go, oh, okay. All right. I wasn't a lifelong fan, but I understand that she is, and I like what she's doing.
Yeah, and I think that's what's really cool about the division, the women's division right now, is there's so many different characters and so many different women that no matter if you're a fan or you're a girlfriend or you're, never seen it before or whatever it is, like, it has like a type of girl kind of for everybody, for all the chicks that are watching. There's so many different styles, and, we're so unique, like everyone's unique to themselves, that I think there's someone for everyone. So it's really cool. But real quick, sorry, as you were saying, this doesn't really have much to do with that, but because I'm such a dorky fan, I feel like me and Sasha are the only ones that kind of like geek out over things still. But I did a press conference, or like a VIP press conference type thing in Germany, I think, a few weeks ago, and Seth was there, and they wanted to we had to pose for pictures and then answer a few questions. So as Seth walked up, I was already there, and they're like, okay, do your 5-second pose real quick. And at the same time, me and him hit your guys' 5-second pose, with the arms and everything. And I was so happy that he did it. It's like, yes, I'm not the only dork here. It was amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it's when I got to pose with Hogan, I was like, what is happening here? It's just one of those moments that as you grow up as a wrestling fan, it's fun to be able to still kind of do stuff like that and be a dork.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to your point, saying how, the division now is there's someone for everyone, basically. And I've seen the cycle with the men's division too. For a while, it was very, cookie cutter and what was the same type of guy was coming off a conveyor belt. It was a lot of tribal tattoos, and it was trunks and short hair. And I think they saw it work for Randy, so they thought, let's try it for everybody. And that's the way the women's division was for a long time. Like, you know, Beth and I have often talked about it. When she came in, they wanted everybody to be Trish. And she was not that. So she had to try and figure out how to, you know, kind of burn her own path. But now it just feels like the floodgates are open to like allow everyone a shot, because the differences is what makes the division.
Yeah, totally. And that's, I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to you, but Beth is like somebody who I always thought, her and Lita were two that really stood out to me. Her, like Beth, Lita, and Jazz, obviously China and stuff, but like girls that actually stood out that were just so different, because I was such a tomboy growing up, so I knew I wasn't going to be Trish Stratus, or I wasn't going to be a Dawn Marie or whoever that was going to pose in these bikinis and stuff like that. So those were the kind of girls that I wanted to be like I want to be big and strong like her. I want to be cool like the guys like Lita or whoever. And like that was just how I always was. And now it's so amazing to see that, you know, I'm so different than Sasha, and Sasha's so different than Alexa, and now Paige is back, and Nia Jax and Asuka. There's just so many different levels, and, you know, Carmella and everyone is just so cool.
Yeah, and even watching the Mae Young, like Piper Niven and all, it was really refreshing to see, because that has been the case for the most part with the men's division for a long time. And like I said, you had your kind of eras where you would get the same thing kind of manufactured out, but throughout the years, there was always different body types and different looks and different, you know, you had your Andre the Giant and your Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, and then, you know, Eddie, and all these completely different looking characters and people. So it's nice that has finally made its way to the women's division.
Yeah. Piper was definitely like one of my favorites in the Classic. Just an FYI, because I didn't know her before going in, and she just stood out to me that first night.
Yeah, and that's when we had talked about that tournament on here, but previous, and that was also, you know, we had singled her out as somebody that really stood out and who really kind of upped their stock with the showing that she had in that tournament. I thought she did a really, really great job.
Yeah, I think she had 2 or 3 matches, but I think I was supposed to like FaceTime Sasha right after her match to do we were shooting something. And I was like, okay, I got to FaceTime Sasha right when this is done. But like her match, it was versus Santana, and the story was so good. Like I just forgot. I was kind of just sitting there and like, oh, I want to be her friend. Like she's so good. So I hope she joins us sometime soon along the way or anything. Like I just think she was she's a sweet person too. So she'd be great to have.
That's cool.
That's always nice. Yeah. You're going to say something.
No, I just had a question. You know, I was thinking about, you know, talking about friends, and we were talking earlier about the match with Sasha at TakeOver that kind of, you know, solidified both you guys and put you on the map. And like we talked about, it was going to, you know, young girls will be coming up and talking to you about that far into the future. You were saying that Sasha was already on or just being moved up to the main roster, and it seemed like it was a little while after that you were moved up. You spent a little bit more time in NXT. What was your feelings on that? Were you just kind of kind of chomping at the bit to get there? Were you just kind of just content on doing your thing for a little bit in NXT, knowing that at some point your time would come? How was your feeling on that?
Well, at first, like I was a little bummed out because I always thought that myself, Becky, Charlotte, and Sasha would have gone up together and kind of be like, in a perfect world, we were going to be this cool faction and take over or whatever and change things and stuff like that. But, you know, they had a different plan. So at first I was like, this kind of sucks. Like I'm sad. I'm going to miss them. And they were the ones that I was working with all the time. So, it was a little hard at first, but, once I was like, okay, I'm the champion now, and all these girls are either brand new or they have just started, like just got signed. I think Asuka was just getting started. And so I took it as, you know, they they told me like I'm kind of there to help out the younger talent and just kind of lead the women's division for a bit, which I was so excited to do because as I was there, I was there just as long as the other girls, a little bit shorter than like Charlotte and Sasha, but like they were always the leaders, or like Paige was the locker room leader, and I never really had my chance to be the one. So after a while, I started taking a huge liking to it, and I just enjoyed teaching people and helping the girls. Like I had a lot of the girls' first matches, and just watching them grow was so cool to me. Like I've always wanted to be a trainer, and that was kind of like my first taste of it. And I thought it was awesome to just be a part of that, and then kind of help NXT also and continue the growing of it all.
I think there's something to be said too. Like when I came back, I was gone from WWE for a few years, and I left. And when I came back, wasn't sure what was going to happen. I ended up on ECW, and it was seen as the third brand of all the brands at the time. And people still to this day ask me, "Oh, were you mad when they brought you back to ECW?" And you know what? I wasn't mad. I really just wanted to get back and get in the swing of things. And if anything, I looked at it as a big opportunity for me because I was still trying to prove that I could be a top tier guy. And to me, even if it was seen as the third show, whatever, I knew I was going to be featured on that show. And I was going to be put in a prominent position and going to be put in a position to succeed. So if I failed, that was going to be on me. And it seems like that's the perfect kind of scenario for you as well to be like, hey, I'm going to be the main girl here. I can put this division, the NXT women's division, on my back and carry it and prove that I can do that. So when I move up, there's no doubt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And that was like, I was like that too. I was like, okay, I'm going to prove I don't need Sasha, Becky, or Charlotte to have good matches, or we don't need them to carry the division anymore. Like I wanted to prove that I can do it on my own, because in my eyes, I was always kind of seen as like the weaker link of the four. So I wanted to prove to everybody, like, I can do this too, and I can help people and lead people and carry the division. So it was a huge honor, and I was so happy to be able to like carry the championship for that amount of time and to pass it on to Asuka when it was time and all that. So it was a great, like, I still think that was probably my most valuable time of my career. I just learned so much in that time.
Yeah. You got to produce a couple matches too, right?
Yeah, I did. And that was cool. Yeah. Like Matt Bloom, I think it was like nights that I wasn't working, or it was nights that I had a match, but there was also, there was a second women's match where the girls were brand new. So he would let me either sit on headset, or, he's like, "Hey, you want to produce this one?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And it was so cool. It's kind of scary, but,
yeah.
I don't know if, that would be the job for me, but it was definitely like a lot to learn.
Well, just in what you were saying before too, Jay, I know you say stuff and you don't really think about it, but I think from the work that like you put in, that the Sashas and Charlottes and like the Revivals and the Finn Balor's, the work that everyone put in, to me, NXT isn't a move up to the WWE now. It's just a move over. I think
right.
They've created their own completely different thing. So it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a farm or feeder system now. It really feels like it's doing its own thing. And
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it feels now like there's three distinctly different shows.
Right.
Because Raw and SmackDown feel different, and NXT feels completely different from all of them.
Right.
Yeah, I think I just get used to kind of like saying moving up, because that's what we all used to say, but yeah. It was, as time went on, they were like, no, we're a third brand now, and we're touring and doing our own thing. And, everybody has their own merch, and everyone's on the video game and has their own tour. So it's definitely just a third brand.
I think though, like even though it is, and it has become like it's grown so much, and obviously, you're one of the superstars that kind of help lay the groundwork for that. It still seems that sometimes because there's still not the exposure that there is of the other ones, or it's still kind of, you can see it is a totally different brand by sometimes when people move over, it seems like there is sometimes a little bit of struggle to make an adjustment or there's a little bit of a time period there to make a proper adjustment to kind of get the feel of it because it is different. And did you find any of that, like with the hugger thing? I mean, it was so popular in NXT, and was there any growing pains or any adjustments you had to make when you finally stepped over to the main roster, to Raw?
I think like when I made my debut, I had that weird one-off at Battleground where I was like Sasha's partner, and it was that was like, it was an amazing night. Like it felt like everybody in the arena wanted her partner to be me. So I was like, oh yeah, like everybody knows who I am. Then like I'm going to be fine when I finally get here, like for good. And then I had my official debut. That was the night after NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And Brooklyn is just, it was SummerSlam weekend. So it's like, it's kind of like a WrestleMania weekend where there's fans from all over, which is a load of NXT fans from like, Europe and all that. And I got a great reception there. And I was like, yep, I'm good. Everybody knows Bayley, blah, blah, blah. But then it wasn't until I kind of was there a little bit longer and we started, I just get on the regular schedule of doing house shows and going to TV in different cities and all that stuff, where I realized like my reception wasn't as good as, my first two things that I did, because not everybody knew me. And the NXT crowd is, although it's amazing and like we do have great fans all over the world, it's not as huge as the audience that we have for WWE. So yeah. I'm still kind of like, I think now I'm at the point where, people know who I am, and I might not be as cool as I was in little like smaller venues or like a smaller audience, but like now I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, now I feel like I'm WWE. But it did take a while, because I think my head got a little big where I was like, yeah, everyone knows me, and then I'm like, wait, no, they don't. But that was the only kind of like, I think that was the only thing that was different.
And NXT is for lack of a better term, the hardcore fan that really loves their wrestling. And WWE can be a lot more than that. It can be the family who, they want to take the kids out so they got them Christmas presents, and it's, they're going to take them to the shows on the 26th, 27th, and 28th of December, and more of a, I guess, broad market, I guess would be the way I could put it. I think that's, to me, the biggest transition between the two is going from that really hardcore niche kind of market to the, where the whole family kind of goes to the show. I think that's
I think that's a good assessment of it. I think.
Thanks, Bird. Thanks for backing me up on that.
I got your back here when you're stambling and stumbling along and don't know what to say next.
But speaking of families and such, so I'm going to tell you that Lyric has never watched wrestling. The only thing Lyric is my oldest daughter. She's going to be 4 on the 12th. So yeah. She's never watched wrestling except to see Beth's induction speech, the package before. So in her mind, she thinks that Mom lifted up girls and put them down gently. But Beth got a pack of the Topps cards and she had to sign a bunch. So Lyric got them. And she's met Natty, obviously. So Aunt Natty is a big hit. But her favorite is you. Just from looking at the cards, you were the one, and it was so crazy just to see, like, instantly. She goes, "I like her." I was like, "Really? Well, she's really, really nice, honey." And she went, "Really? She's nice?" I went, "Yeah." So I'm happy with that. I just thought you should know that when you were talking about family appeal.
Beth tweeted something. I think she tweeted about Natty, and then Natty tweeted her back, and then somehow I got mentioned in a tweet by Beth, and she had mentioned Lyric, and I was like, yes, I'm so in. Like, I think we talked about that. I may have talked about that with her, that she didn't watch wrestling, so I was like, yeah, take that, Natty.
And, I think that speaks to part of your appeal, too. You really do come across as this super humble, just exuberant kind of character, like the person that everybody would want to just hang out with and talk about wrestling or play video games and just hang out with. How do you feel going forward? Do you feel you'll have to switch anything up, and like, do you ever see yourself going heel? Do you ever even want to?
Well, don't tell Lyric that I'm just a boring jerk.
She sucks, Lyric. I'm sorry. She's so mean.
You're like, we're going to throw that card out. You don't want to look at it. I do definitely want to evolve my character eventually, just because since I started in NXT, I kind of been doing the same thing. Like, I have grown a little bit, and but I don't know. I think it is going to be time for a change eventually, and I think that would be like the fun of it all, and everybody changes.
Yeah.
Like, I plan on being here for a long time, and I want to go through all those stages and be a bad guy, then be a good guy again, then be a bad guy, and like all it. Like, you guys have been, a bunch of different characters and all that stuff, and I just think that's the part of the fun being with WWE. So I want to go on that roller coaster and have the fans be able to like know they can count on me and like care about me but hate me at the same time, but know that whether I'm on the camera for them to cheer or to boo, like, they're going to enjoy it, So I've recently thought about it, and just as far as like just trying to be more aggressive, like, I think like, I want to be a girl version Stone Cold, where it's kind of hard to like think of my character turning like into a badass like Austin, but
Drinking
something
beer.
just it'd be
It'll be coffees though.
Other side.
You'll just be pounding coffees all the way down.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to have like black inflatable tube men.
There you go, yeah. And you just come down all fired up because you're all hopped up on caffeine. I like it.
Yeah.
Evil faces.
Yeah.
It's funny though, but you need to do that, especially when that's the key to longevity, is being able to stay relevant and to be able to change yourself and to stay fresh from week to week, because it's a carousel that doesn't stop. Like, it goes, there's no off season, so you have to maintain that freshness, so to speak, to really, but it's funny that hearing you talk about this is getting my mind working here too. And like the leaps and bounds that it's not crazy to think that a woman might main event WrestleMania at some point, and I know that there's talk a lot of the women want to do that, and they've been very vocal about that, and we've seen you guys main event pay-per-views this past year, like just breaking all these boundaries and these barriers down. But like, I think it's about time we need some women's tag team champions, right?
The roster's big enough now. That would be
because like that's another wrinkle you could throw in there, right? Like having teams, and then your teams get together, you break up, and blah blah blah. There's all kinds of stuff. I think it's about time.
I'm not going to lie, and I'm not just putting her over, but Beth told me that a week and a half ago. She goes, "There's enough women now.
We're on the same wavelength,
tag team."
Right?
And I said, "Well, don't say that, because then people are going to think that you're going to come back and team with Natty."
Yeah.
So just don't mention it.
Yeah,
but good idea.
Yeah,
dude, that would be amazing. Speaking of all the Sasha and Alexa actually just wrestled tonight in New Delhi for the first women's match ever. So there's so many things happening, and we've talked about women's tag titles for a while now. Like, even when I was in NXT, we were talking about it. Just dreams, but since all these things are happening, and literally when those girls debuted on Monday, and then a few weeks ago on Raw, and then those girls debuted on SmackDown the next day, we're like, there's so many girls now. We can definitely, not so many, but there's enough for us to at least have one tag title that everybody, it's just going to be different. And I just want to say one day that Sasha and I are tag champions. Like, it'd be so cool.
Yeah, let alone all the women that were in the Mae Young that haven't been called over yet or signed. Like, we were talking about Tessa Blanchard. We were so impressed with her mechanics and how good she was. And there was just so many like really talented people in that. So you could totally get away with a tag team title. And that would be super cool, especially if you get, as Jay and I have talked about on this podcast before, if you get two women that really commit to the idea of a team and actually make it like the jumping bomb angels and like fully go for the team thing, that would be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's Peyton Royce and Billy Kay in NXT that I think are like the closest thing to an actual team right now for the women's division. And they're still with NXT, so like there's so many girls there and there's so many girls from the Classic, and then there's a bunch of us in WWE. So like I just think it's possible, and I can't see it not happening, because I don't know, sometimes it's hard to think of like the main storyline is always the women's championship, where I wouldn't mind just having a really good in-depth, storyline that's not about the championship, that's just personal, but it would also be so cool if we had another one going for the tag titles, and there's so much that can be done.
Now, I want to touch on, in case you didn't notice, we don't really have a plan. We just kind of go all over the place. So I like that you're hanging with us on our ADD, because we're legit all over the place. But so here's how I've looked at your like. If you were to try and draw a comparison or something, let's say to what I grew up on, like Ricky Steamboat was the perennial babyface. He was the guy that the way he sold and the way he drew you in and made you feel for him, just the look in his eye, all of those things. To me, you're the woman's equivalent of that. And Steamboat never went heel, like ever. So I like the idea of you going heel, but it could mean so much.
Yeah, it has to be done at the right time.
They could build that to such an extent that when you do, it's just, knock the doors off kind of thing. And in the end, just make you more popular as a babyface whenever it comes back around. But that's just my take. I had to get it out before I forgot.
Get out of your face.
I had to get those words to tumble out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so
well,
let's have a word there.
Well, I think we did give you some practice on the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness, and we had you hit one Tommy Dreamer with a kendo stick. So we know you pack a wallop.
People love that. So, I mean, that's just, but then I had a match where I didn't want to use it. So they were very confused.
Conflicted. You were conflicted.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know.
Well, you know what it was? It was just the pure, it was the pure hatred for Tommy Dreamer that everyone has, I think, is probably what caused it.
You're right.
And we've said this, you were one of our favorite performances, in that one with Tommy, but also as our therapist.
Yeah, the tag team therapist. Yeah,
we had a lot of fun that day. That really, you were fun to work with. Yeah,
because I never really I've never been able to do things like that, like play a different character. So it was like so cool. I've never been a secretary, so I just thought it was so fun. I just recently got tagged in a picture of me with like the glasses and looking down at the thing. It would be so fun to do that again, a part 2. And watching you guys go back and forth and like just crack up staring at each other was like it was like my favorite thing.
There was a lot of that.
I also appreciated when you were there, when you said that talking about doing the show and saying, how lucky were you that you got to do it, which was to me a cool thing that just like said, you're a fan like us of wrestling, and anytime you get to do something different and cool, it's and also when we there was a little Twitter war too with you and Sasha, because she had a pretty funny spot on the Edge and Christian show too, where we had to do the boss thing, and you guys were kind of arguing back and forth on who had the better spot.
Yeah. Well, I think we always just find something to argue over, but that was good. I'm one up on her because I'm doing your guys' podcast, so just wait a little bit so I can be in the lead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I gotcha.
Oh man. Gotcha. So we're like setting fire to this.
Yeah. You're a heel at heart. I can sense it.
Yeah.
You're putting the fence up. You're blocking her from the ENC pod.
She's blowing on those glowing embers.
Yeah.
That's the writer in my mind that
Yeah.
just came out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there anybody on the current roster that you haven't had a chance to wrestle yet that you're looking forward to getting in there with, or anything like that?
I mean, I want to have more matches with Asuka eventually. We only had the few in NXT, but I guess I haven't really had anything with Natalia at all. She's like, when I first did a live event kind of loop, we did Europe. That was my first thing with WWE, and I just teamed with her, so I didn't get to wrestle her. And then we did one random live event when I was still in NXT, and I did like a little 1 minute opening thing with her, and that was it. But I would love to have a full on story with her and have full matches with her, because I think she's so good, and she's obviously like so knowledgeable and has so much to teach, but she's also hilarious. So every time I'm around her,
Yeah.
I have so much fun.
Yeah.
she's
I guess.
so good.
And Natty's the longest tenured there now,
Yeah.
too. I think, and then maybe Tamina after her.
Yeah,
but,
maybe so.
But, before I forget, so what's your take on, like, Rousey, on Baszler? What's your take? Because you guys, the two horsewomen, that could be a thing.
Right. Well,
More
I
than it
thought
already is.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be a thing pretty soon. But I mean, they were all there at the classic, and we were there minus Sasha, and we had our little face off and the thing outside the .com thing that we had. So I was hoping that would kind of lead to something where maybe it still will. Rhonda kind of just put it out there that they said anytime, any place. And I feel like it still can happen. So I'm just, they know where to find us. That's all I got to say. They know where to find us. We're here. So we're just waiting on them. And we got one of them, I guess. Shayna's already in NXT. So we just need Rhonda to hurry it up.
See, you hear that? Heel at heart. She just threw down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
She just chucked that big old cement gauntlet down and said, chew on that.
Don't tell Lyric.
Yeah.
Don't tell Lyric.
So you talked about who you hadn't really worked with, and I always hate, and I never knew the answer, honestly, when people would put me on the spot with this one, but you always have like preferences or even people that maybe you just worked better with. Who, I think I know the answer, but who has been your, I don't want to say favorite opponent because everybody brings something different to the table, but who do you really enjoy getting in there with and know that by the end of the night, you're going to have created something very cool?
My fiance is staring at me doing Sasha Banks' entrance because he already knows what I'm going to say.
What a mark.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely Sasha. I think she is the one that like I can always rely on to just have a memorable match, a fun match, a competitive match. Like we've had matches on Access, like WrestleMania Access, where we don't talk. We kind of just like go out there and do whatever, or we don't bump at all, and it's just like shenanigans. Or we can have competitive matches, and I don't know. She's just obviously like the easiest person for me to work with, and I think she's the best. So I would say her. Who else I really like to work with? I still really like to work with Asuka because she challenges me. She's just so different, and like her style's so different than anybody's that I've been in the ring with. So I learned a lot from her when I was having those matches with her.
Who out of the, I know I keep going back to the Mae Young, but that's just, there was so many different talents down there. Who, when you were watching that, were you like, okay, I can't wait to get in there with them?
I have so I had like, go ahead.
Can I give you one that I think would be great?
Yeah.
I really like Tessa Blanchard's work in when I saw her in that tournament. I think with her kind of heel persona and your babyface persona, I think it'd be a good good dynamic, and I think that would be a great match.
Did you miss me put her over about 20 minutes ago? You missed
I think
that
I
part?
did.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
I tune you out very often.
No
so
kidding.
It's very. Did you say they'd have a good match?
I just put her over and said I thought she was really talented and had great footwork and mechanics.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to you.
Clearly.
Yeah, you did.
Man, do you see what I put up with?
It's okay. She was like an extra for NXT a few times, and I've seen her on shows before that. And it wasn't until the Mae Young Classic where I saw her match with Kairi, and I agree, like that was when she really stood out to me. I was like, oh man, she's gotten really good. Like obviously it's in her blood, but it wasn't until I've seen her times before that, but it wasn't until that night where I was like, oh, okay, she's really good. So I wouldn't mind working with her. I think she'd be awesome. I think, I don't know if you guys saw her. Do you know Jazzy Gabbert? Did you guys get to see her?
Yeah, we liked her a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big chick from Germany. And she was, she was just, oh my God, she was incredible. I'd be a little scared, but like I think she'd be fun to work with. And then I have like, some of them are like some of my friends, so I'm just going to be a little biased, but I would love to work with Kaylee Ray sometime. And then Candice LeRae I've worked with a few times before, but I think it'd be so cool to work her on this stage.
So I think if you're talking like Uber babyface tag team, you and Candice LeRae, like my gosh, that's just like
huggers from another mother. There's your tag name.
That is so good.
Oh, so bad.
And
he thinks it's so funny. He will laugh about that after we cut it off. He'll go, man, that was a good one, wasn't it? It's horrible. It's brutal.
Okay. Maybe it's not some of my best work.
But anyway, if I'm picturing like, and I always do this and I hate it when I do it, but there's just no tag teams to compare to. Yeah. But like, I think Rock and Roll Express, I think like that Uber babyface tag team, the Rockers, like just, that'd be awesome.
Techno Team 2000.
Yeah.
Not so much
cool.
Techno Team 2000, but yeah, you guys make a great babyface tag team.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh, how's your shoulder?
Oh, it's good. It's I don't notice it when I'm wrestling. I only notice it like bothering me when I work out, which is I think a good thing. And I use the rock tape to just put my mind at peace and kind of keep it together. But it's fine. There wasn't anything crazy, and I think it's okay.
Good. Because that night I went, oh. Well, it was one of those, like, I could tell, and I think you would need to be in the ring for a long time to be able to tell, but immediately I was like, oh, that wasn't good. That hurt. Yeah. That hurt. And then I don't think anything after that helped it, but I saw that initial bump, and I went, oh, gosh. Oh, that one just looked sore.
Yeah, it was like, as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, it was commercial break, so I got it, I had a little time to shake it off. And I was like, oh, okay. I just, like, I'm stupid, so I think, like, the only thing that can happen to you is, like, a dislocation. So, like, made sure it wasn't dislocated. I was like, oh, okay, I'm fine. Like, nothing happened to it. It was just a little, like a Charlie horse or something in my shoulder. And then as the match went, you just feel it, like, tightening up. I was like, oh, no, something is wrong with it. And of course, so the other bump I took after that didn't help any at all. But I've never had an injury that took me out really. Like even when I broke my hand, I was able to like wrestle with a cast on. So as soon as that happened, like and not being able to move it, I already knew that I wasn't going to make SummerSlam. And it was like I was so emotional when I got to the back, like I was crying, and they're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" So I thought I was crying because it hurt so bad, but like it hurt. But I was just like being a little. I was just so sad because I knew I wasn't going to be at SummerSlam, but it's all good now. Everything happens for a reason, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and I've said all you can do is try and pull the positives from situations like that and just kind of look at it. Think of the package that can be shown years from now, where they show that injury and they show, a promo, and then, that's all part of a story now. So that's all part of, a chapter in your book that can help tell future chapters. So that's how I always tried to look at an injury.
I had somebody at a Q&A not too long ago ask me how he was basically like telling me that my injury was fake, and because I came back so fast, and I was like, oh, I'm getting so mad. If you only knew how bad it hurt, like, get out of here. I was like, get this guy out of here, security.
Well, and as I said, anyone who's been in the ring, immediately, as soon as you hit, I went, oh, that one wasn't, I think that might have hurt. And then, you know, sure enough, you know, so he's an idiot, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope he's listening.
Yeah, I'm shaking my fist at him like an old curmudgeonly man. Like, look at me, Jay. Quit paying attention to your stupid phone.
I'm not. I'm making. I'm making something special here.
Guess what? This is the first time that him and I are in the same room to do this
for a while.
Oh wow!
I think it's ever.
What's the occasion? Me?
So you're. Yeah. Yes.
We had to come together.
I'm going to say yes. It's actually because his family's coming up to visit my family, but this is another reason.
Yeah.
I had, so you know how I text you, you know, this whole thing came about with me texting you, asking for which episode that story was on. And,
yes.
Yeah. So I had,
so Bayley wanted to know what episode that Here We Go.
Oh yeah.
Was
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. It's classic.
Here we go.
Can you do that again for me, please?
Yeah. Here we go.
I love how sped up yours is.
Yeah. I gotta sound good. It's become like our favorite, Sasha and mine's favorite thing to say. And so we would say it around Michael, and we just say it like smiling at him. And for a while, he didn't notice, and he was just like walk right past us. We're like, oh, let's just see if he actually notices one day. We're just gonna keep doing it. And then finally, I think he heard us the whole time because it was like we were doing it for weeks, and like I think he was hearing it the whole time, just walking it off. But we were shooting something, and he had walked past it, and we both did it together. Here we go. And he's like, all right, podcast Polly, get over it.
Awesome. He knows. Yeah. He's heard.
He knows.
Yeah.
So, we might have to have the original on here someday.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so
that's great. He's trying to no-sell it the whole time, then finally he just can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Like, that's not stop us from saying it. It's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing, too. Like, just it's so fun. We've talked about it on this before, too, where it's so funny, the things that you'll do to entertain yourself when you're on the road, right? Things that are just nobody else would get, but they're so funny to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot. Like, I'll tell stories of what happened just to, like, my fiance, or, like, when I go back home to my friends or whatever, and they're just like, sometimes it's funny, but like it's not as good as when you were there. And I mean, that goes for any stories, but with certain people.
Yeah. Well, we've kept you here for a while, and we're sure we don't want to take up too much of your time on a day off.
And your fiance's sitting there saying, okay, enough already. Can we go do something?
Yeah. He's probably at this point.
These guys are retired. They're hacks. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think he's probably got big, crazy sunglasses on. He's probably got big, crazy sunglasses on doing 5-second poses now.
Yeah, he's wearing the yellow Totally Reeks of Awesomeness shirt, and that's the reason he moved here, to start a tag team to be like you guys, so.
That's awesome.
It's Austin's place to do it.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah, so congratulations on all your success and everything like that. And, once again, speaking of tag teams, maybe you make that a reality. It seems like you've had a lot of your dreams come true. And, you know what? Goals are dreams with deadlines. So make another one.
Oh, yeah. Wow, Bird.
Yeah. I'm getting deep now.
Yeah.
You're getting all super, like, coachy over there.
Yeah.
Wow. And you can also rub it in Sasha's face that you were on first, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tell her that you guys didn't ask about her at all, and that you told me not to give you.
Yeah. We're like, that match you had at a takeover with that match you had a takeover with what's her name? That other one. Yeah. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Nobody remembers her anyway. Who would ever want her on a podcast?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing it. Appreciate it. By the way, my get.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Completely my get. You're my get, Bayley.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
nice.
All right.
It's a big
Yeah,
competition.
thanks, guys. I had a lot of
You're-
fun talking. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it. Audio hug.
Aw.
Audio. Oh.
Did you feel it? Did you feel it? There. Audio hug. Audio hug.
Audio hug.
All right. Last time, I think we all got to do the Michael Hayes together.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. For those who haven't gleaned it from watching her, I think you can pretty much tell she's really transparent. She's just a super nice, super positive, lifelong wrestling fan who's living her dream.
Let's just put it out there.
Spit it out.
She's
What?
basically the female version of me. Right?
Oh no!
What?
But you are you fucking kidding me?
What? What?
You are the most miserable.
No, not all these fucking marks that follow me. They know they fucking know that I'm cool and I'm nice.
You're such a dick. You are the antithesis of her.
Man.
She's like, well, like I said, like I picture her like Ricky Steamboat and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she's super nice girl.
Yeah, just really, really fun person. So my get, and it was fun to have her on the show.
Yeah, it's good to get her insight and the feelings she had on certain parts of her career that were that were kind of the turning points, so to speak. So it was good combo. I really enjoyed talking to her.
Well, and it's still, because let's face it, we're male wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
So have a little bit of insight into that side.
Yeah.
And I have a lot more now because of Beth.
Sure.
But still, I'm still learning.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I'm still learning, and I still have this tendencies to say, hey, you guys had a great match.
Right.
Well, no, you women had a great match. It's just blah, rolls out of your mouth. But it's exciting. I like the fact we're the world's largest wrestling feminist podcast.
Yeah,
is really what it boils down to.
Yeah, and we rocket strapped her with the tag team titles.
That's right. So her and Sasha, her and Candice LeRae,
right?
Rocket strap all the way to the tag team titles.
Yeah.
So in 2 years, when this happens,
we're
or
doing
2 weeks or 2 months,
we're doing what we do.
Right?
Right.
We're creating.
We're creators.
Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strapper's got a strap. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of strappers.
Yeah.
Our T-shirts.
They did.
Came out.
Yeah, they did. ProWrestlingTees.com.
I didn't even plan that plug.
No.
Just happened.
Yeah, we got the first few out. We got the Rocket Strappers, obviously. The brothers.
And Tommy.
And Tommy. And by the way, Tommy's very mad. I asked him if he wanted the shirt, and he said no.
Really?
So,
well, they don't make triple X.
So, you know what? Everybody, if you want to piss Tommy off, get a Tommy shirt and wear it in front of him. And he will get very upset. He said he didn't want one. I offered to get him some, and he said, no, I don't want it.
It's making me snort. Yeah. Why would he not want it?
Because he's Tommy. He's the hardcore martyr. He's like, oh, they make fun of me. Tommy.
Yeah. But we got more ideas.
Yeah. And if you got any ideas, drop them to us.
Fire them away.
Yeah.
Because
here, listen, what do you want to wear for the ENC pod?
Because I got a few ideas. Yeah. You want me to spit a few of these out? Or do we save it as a surprise?
I think we
save it. The bird
I want to hear what other the hosers have to say.
All right.
But I will say this: maybe they want to see a slap you on the ass shirt.
Probably not.
A jogging pant?
In a jogging pant.
There's a hand mark on the ass.
In a jogging pant. Yeah.
I'm just merchandising,
just throwing stuff.
Marketing.
You have some really shitty ideas. Hugger from a different mother.
That was a great name, Matt. Was that not a good name?
With a hand on the ass.
Hugger from a different mother was probably 6.5 out of 10.
I'll take it.
Wow, you're giving him 6.5 on that?
And it wasn't Hugger; it was Huggers from a different mother. Huggers from another mother.
Jeez, you see, it's so bad you can't.
Well, then I'm going to take it down to a 5 because it's it's always brother from another mother. It's not brothers. So,
or they could do Huggers like brothers.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You know what? Since
I'm
we
done.
are in the same room, you should stand up and I should smack your ass for how bad that shit is.
All right.
Wait. There. I just give me that ass. Give me that ass.
Matt.
Come on. Oh,
Get away from
I'm
me, you
smacking that ass
weirdo.
now. There, folks, it just happened. I smacked his ass, and then here comes my dog. She's like, "What's going on?"
Shiny girl.
Shiny girl.
All right. Well,
Yeah, there it was.
there it was. There it was.
What's that? You just did like some weird, like sideways. Or
Well, I'm gonna have to get some nourishing cream on my
You're
skin
like
now. I'm
like
sensitive.
DeVito is the penguin there. All right, all right. That's
All right.
tired of hearing from
Yeah,
us.
we're done.
All right.